Hello,
Wow.
hello, and welcome to another episode of Boltgun. When last we left off, we were talking about Destiny and its changing methodology for leveling. And I want to get this off
Yeah, go
my
for
chest. So the way it works now is that you're trying to increase the overall average of your gear, right? So you have at the beginning, everything you get is an upgrade until you hit the soft cap. And then every powerful you get is an upgrade until you hit the pinnacle cap.
it. Yeah.
And then the pinnacle cap, there's only like a couple of sources for pinnacle stuff. And it is possible to get gear in the same slot. So like you can get gloves over and over and over again, and it really impedes your progress, impedes your ability to level. It is
Yeah.
super obnoxious. The way they're doing it in this new system
Okay.
is they are making it so that the activity gives you, like, everyone's at like a base level, and as you do activities, it increases your level by a certain amount based on the activity, and it has nothing to do with an average of your gear anymore.
Ooh.
So the hiccups, the the feeling like you've wasted your time doing something isn't going to exist in the next season. So I am very much looking forward to this overhauled methodology of leveling, and I think it's going to be way better.
Okay. Well,
So-
we'll see.
We will see, but I think it's going to be way better, personally.
Okay.
Uh,
I will restrain my judgment until such time as we have.
I mean,
Some
like,
stuff
the
going on.
current system I fucking hate. It is.
Well,
I mean, granted, the past couple, they've been preparing for this shift, so there hasn't been an increase in your maximum pinnacle level in a couple seasons. So I hit it like 6 months ago, practically, and I haven't really
Got
had
it.
to engage with it.
Okay.
Um,
I gotcha. Okay. Hold on
know.
a second.
and I really hope that that's kind of how the system works in the future, where it's like, you don't really have to think about it. You don't have to really strategize and do things that you don't want to do. I can,
Yeah.
avoid the playlists that I don't enjoy. you know.
Yeah. I'd be so. See, that's what makes me sus. Is because it's like that sounds like they would care, Morgan.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. I mean, my main criticism of Destiny these past, few weeks has mostly been in regards to story and in regards specifically to the stability of the thing.
Is that a thing? Oh, you can well, okay, so I
Like-
guess it's not gonna matter. But like one of the things I was figuring out is, learning how to normalize your level. And so, I was at the moon and I'm like, oh man, you can kind of farm the moon quests if like a piece of your gear is not, is like way below. So, I'm missing boots. So let's go do this. And
Yeah.
that'll at least get me,
That's called gap filling.
yeah. So like,
The way it used to work is you used to take
whoa.
like if you did stuff in like the Vanguard or in like the Crucible or whatnot, you'd get rewarded with like tokens, and you would take those tokens and you'd spend them at like Zavala,
Yeah.
and he would give you random gear. And what people would do is they'd level up until they needed like one piece of gear to like get the next level, and then they go to Zavala and dump coins into him to get to gap fill.
Right.
It was the power leveling method. And it was
yeah.
boring as shit. And they got rid of that. But the unfortunate consequence of getting rid of that is now suddenly leveling took a lot longer. So it was like damned if you do, damned if you don't. And that's why I'm looking forward to this new method of leveling.
Like, I have conflicted feelings. Because, like, look, that does sound awesome, but this is Bungie. And it's like, I want to believe, but I also think that they're I don't know. I'm not going to say it. That is exactly what's going to happen. Is that they are good, and
Well, you never know.
they are going to put cool stuff. They're going to do cool stuff.
Well, we will see.
Yes.
I mean, like, I'm really interested to see. I really hope that they're sincere about making the game more stable, because one of the reasons I haven't been playing this season is that I kept getting kicked to orbit, or I kept crashing these past like couple weeks, and like playing the game with you was literally the longest in the entire this entire season without crashing.
Wow.
It was actually kind of crazy. And so that kind of gives me a little bit of hope that they're actually fixing these problems. But, you know.
Well, okay, so I mean that was pretty much it, but then like, yeah, if I could just like, maybe it's not good. Like that was the thing though, is that I had to change the way I thought about the game.
You don't have to lean forward. You can actually move the boom towards you, and it'll stay.
I could. Yeah, I mean, in order to level more effectively, I had to change the way I thought about the game. And so I've been learning to think about things that I did not like as, good or at least necessary. And
in what sense?
Well, like, for example, it's like, okay, well, if I don't want to wait around for a while in order to get, some powerful gear to maybe fill a couple of slots, maybe it is worth doing a couple Crucible missions, even if I don't like them.
Yeah.
And so it's like, and that was just part of it. It was like, okay, well, I gotta fucking not be an idiot. And
I mean, to be fair, I am like, okay, I went through, I was playing the Crucible back, okay. So there's this gun called Thorn.
Oh, I love Thorn.
And I don't know if you remember if you did the quest or not, or if you got it from the kiosk.
I might have gotten it from the kiosk. I don't know.
So the way the quest used to work.
Ooh, hold on just a second here. Hold on a second.
Can I go off on the Thorn?
Oh man, it's not a secret. You just go up the other way. Okay, sorry. Yes.
So the way it used to work is that there were all these different quest steps, and one of the quest steps was going into the Crucible and getting kills with a void hand cannon. This was at a time when hand cannons were like the main thing in the Crucible, but the only void hand cannon that you had access to was were bad. So it forced you to use a bad weapon in a context where everyone else had a better version of that weapon.
Oh,
and you had to get so many kills, and I'm pretty sure you had to maintain like a certain no, that was the last word. Anyway, you had to get a certain number of kills with a void hand cannon.
Okay.
And then you had to do a special non-match made strike that was really difficult, and that if you didn't do it right, you had to start all over and do it all over again.
Oh boy.
To get the Thorn.
Okay.
And so like those quests put me off on doing stuff that I didn't want to do. You know what I mean? Like it forced me to be in the Crucible at a disadvantage, and it's like I never want to touch the Crucible again because of this. It was the same with the Last Word. I did it with the Last Word as well. There was like a quest for a certain amount of like kills.
This bridge required the sacrifice of 5,000 Imperial citizens.
That sounds about right.
Sorry, go ahead.
Praise the Emperor for their sacrifice.
Praise the Emperor!
But yeah, so I was like, fuck ever doing... And so I've played the game enough where I know how to progress at every point. Like, I don't have to do the stuff that I don't want to do. But if you don't know the game very well, they kind of trick you into thinking, oh, you have to do Gambit. You have to do Crucible. You have to do this, that, and the other. I think people are starting to get wise on that though, because I think Crucible populations are dipping. Maybe,
Well,
I don't know.
I mean,
haven't seen the numbers.
there is a fuck ton of, or I would have said that there's a lot of bullshit, and
Yeah.
and I think that more than there should be comes from strangling players for money reasons. But that's just
Yeah.
my opinion.
Bro, like, they you know, like one of the big things. Oh God. So when the game first came out, shaders were consumables,
Oh, that's right.
and they were
Forgot about that.
consumables that you got from loot boxes. And you got like a certain loot box every time you leveled, but they found out that Bungie was throttling how much experience you got per level. It was supposed to be the same amount. So like if it took you an hour to level doing one thing, it should take you an hour no matter what.
No
but
shit.
there was throttling going on, making it harder and harder to earn loot boxes for free. So
Oh my God.
to get you to buy, so you know that was their first way of getting you to pay for shaders. Now they're really blatant about it. There's like these bundles on the store now that have shaders in them. Like there's like an ornament for a gun, but the ornament for the gun is a gun no one ever uses ever anymore, and is like kind of okay. And then like the only way you can get a shader, so you have to. They've basically put shaders behind a $10 paywall, and there are 3 of them this season. So they want you to pay $30 goddamn dollars to get all of the shaders from this season.
Oh, goody.
Like that's where I get really frustrated with Bungie, because
Yeah.
you know, and it kind of translates into, you know, the new player experience for you, like trying to get gear. Like ideally, I would think that you would have some gear by now that I have no idea what that is.
I don't know, but it's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, you look like a beast.
Blah, 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 blah.
Probably should have gotten that at the beginning.
Yeah, that probably would have been the optimal. Oh, well, okay, hold on. It's
I
good.
think you're invulnerable. Yeah, you're invulnerable. You're not taking any damage.
That works. I think the floor is made of blood.
Sick.
That was rad.
But yeah, so like because they're so eager to get players addicted to the game, they make it really hard to get the stuff that you want. You know, the stuff that
Yeah.
would make like I don't know. It's
Yeah.
just
No, I mean, it's like one of the things where the more that you talk about it, the more you notice.
yeah.
And like part of me is really like, no, let's not talk about it, just so I can have my little enjoyment. You know?
Like here's the thing. I notice all this stuff, but I'm still playing, and I still argue that it's a good game.
That's true.
You know, like understanding the things that are wrong with an experience doesn't mean that you shouldn't. Like, I'll give you an example. Right now, I am playing through Final Fantasy 16, and it is genuinely pretty fun.
Okay.
But it is made by the same people who made Final Fantasy 14, and there is MMO pedigree, MMO DNA in the game. And I mean that as negatively as possible. Like,
Okay.
I had this side quest, and this side quest broke me when it came to like how banal the side quests are. I was helping an apprentice forge a knife, right? And the apprentice was like, go talk to these people to find out what they want in a knife. And so I go talk to this butcher, and the butcher's like, I need a sharp knife. And I was like, he goes back to him, he says, you know, the knife should be sharp. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? My brain started oozing, and it was like, you know, the stilted pause dialogue of like an MMO.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm like, you know, It's the thing. Like I'm really enjoying Final Fantasy 16. I would recommend it to anyone. But there's that shit. And oh my god.
God damn it. Yeah. Hey, what did you think of this? And they sort of pause, and then the animation continues.
Yeah. And they do their generic, talking animation.
Oh god. Oh.
Yes.
It's why I can't fucking do normal Fallout 4 anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's like, guys, you understand that like expression is important.
And then they do that thing where they hand something to you, but they do it like off screen.
And you can't see what's there.
Yeah.
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 And you're like, yeah, I am holding this thing.
Yeah. But yeah, it's very, I've been thinking about how to articulate it for the review that I'm going to do of Final Fantasy 16.
I'm sure this isn't an arena or anything.
It's fine. It's fine. And the way I can best articulate it is that it's like American chocolate. So American chocolate, for the sake, oh my goodness, you have a heavy bolter.
Whoa.
You know what? Fuck chocolate. We're here for purging of the heretic. Oh yeah.
Here we go. Okay, hold on.
Why are you letting it run into you?
I thought
Shoot
maybe
it.
I thought I was going off Borderlands rules where they just fly away and then I can shoot them. My bad. How am I doing here?
Dun 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 dun.
Wow. Oh god, didn't we learn nothing from Borderlands when shooting stuff in the air is just awful? Come on. There's one lesson. One lesson!
How about we use the heavy bolter and purge some heretics?
You're right. What am I thinking?
We've been talking too much about Destiny and not enough about
Heavy bolters?
heavy bolters. Although, one quick aside, if there was any franchise that could fuck over Bungie with a live service game, it's fucking Warhammer 40k. And the fact that they haven't tried yet is actually astonishing.
They're probably just biding their time.
Maybe. I would love to play like a Destiny version of Warhammer.
Well, I'm sure
it kind of works in Darktide a little bit. Like it has that element. Oh, that's infinite ammo. Switch to the bolter. Switch to the heavy bolter. Yes. You can just go. I'm helping.
Oh, you are helping. No, come on.
There's still stuff there because you're closed in.
No! Oh, I'm sorry! Oh, I'm a bad person. Like, where?
Behind you.
Is it just you? Was it just you, Jim?
There's a...
Son of a bitch.
Get back here. Doomin.
I see that Terminator behind them.
Yeah. We'll kill them.
I can aim. I don't know what you're talking about. Ooh, hey. Here, have some more. Have some of those.
I'm really looking forward to Space Marine 2.
Yeah.
I think of all the antagonists in the Warhammer 40k universe, Tyranids are my favorite. I like... It's weird. I like orcs. I do. But I hate them as antagonists, if that makes any sense. Like,
yeah, that's fine.
It's like, are you supposed to be threatening? I mean, they are, but at the same time, it's like, I'm just going to paint myself blue
Okay.
Go into battle with like the pride flag and just absolutely wreck every orc in the building.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I am the luckiest. I am the I go fast. I have the best color.
Well, I mean, there are the Rainbow Marines.
There are?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
they have a chapter. I don't know if they're called exactly that, but they wear rainbows.
Yeah, they must kick the shit out of orcs.
I know. They don't have it all over. It's only in, I think, their pauldrons. So, onwards.
Well, full
Stuff.
Got plenty of contempt.
Oh my gosh. That was pretty cool. Oh no. Or, oh yes.
Just purge.
Whoops. My bad.
So I've been watching, you know how we were having this discussion on my Discord about whether or not Warhammer is cringe.
Are we still on that?
Well, it leads me into something.
Okay, go on.
I have been watching these two, and it's so weird. They look like they're in junior high to me. They're probably full-fledged adults, but it's these two guys named Isander and Coda.
Okay.
And they're going over, Warhammer lore. Isander is, I think that's his name, is very well spoken, very good at presenting, like better than most I have seen present it. And just hearing this dude, who may or may not have discovered Warhammer within the past like 6 months, go over Warhammer lore and like his perspective on it has been really entertaining and interesting. Because it's like, you remember Two Girls, One Cup?
Yes.
And that one that a good friend of ours had that had like a guy just eating as he was watching this woman watch it. Like I feel like that guy as these two talk about how crazy the lore is in Warhammer 40K. Like, yep, everything's terrible.
And everything is true. Let's not forget that.
Yes.
Even if it's not true anymore.
By the by, I mean they're growing like crazy. I mean, when I first found them, they were at like 30K subscribers. And now they're upward of 50K. It's probably up to 60 now.
I was about to say, do you think they're 40K?
Oh, they passed 40K like it was nothing.
Subscribers.
But like that's the power of Warhammer 40K and being able to present it really well. No shade to those kids, but
oh jeez.
But yeah, so like Warhammer 40K is a very powerful IP, which could absolutely like mollywop Bungie and Destiny. I hate to say.
Well, I mean they certainly could, but they would have to like, do it.
Yeah, that's true.
And like correctly.
Yeah. Though the games have been getting better.
I mean, yes.
Like I remember a few.
Oh, jeez.
I remember a few that were really bad.
Fire Warrior. And that was probably one of the better ones.
I was thinking worse than Fire Warrior. But yeah, Fire Warrior wasn't great either. I remember I never beat that game. Do you want to know why?
It's terrible.
Because there was a bug.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was a bug that fucked me. I forget exactly what happened, but I think I got to a point where I couldn't progress.
Oh.
Or something. And I was like, fuck this. I'm going to go play Dawn of War.
Oh. See, there's I got the GOG finally put that on sale, the whole Dawn of War thing. And the first week it was like $10.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, oh yes, we're picking that up.
I'm considering picking that up again. One thing I would definitely like to do is play through Dawn of War 2 for the channel.
Oh jeez, sorry.
Like right now I'm going through Final Fantasy 16, and there's a part of me, like, I kind of like the channel as an excuse to play through games again and like talk about them.
Yeah, I can dig it.
And I kind of want to go through the old Final Fantasies, like Final Fantasy, well, old, quote unquote. I want to go through 13, 13-2, and Lightning Returns, and I want to go through 12, and I want to go through like 8 and 7. Like I'm in a Final Fantasy mood.
Okay. I've never.
But I also want to go through Dawn of War 2 and, you know, the expansions, which I never played. You know?
I never played through 12.
I am so.
Oh jeez.
Well, you'll just respawn.
Oh.
Don't you remember that?
No.
You did that the very first playthrough. You like jumped off and just respawned. Anyway. I do not have fond memories of 12.
Yeah, wasn't it just like it plays itself, the game?
Well, kinda. You could. So there was this area in 12 that had like a bunch of flan enemies,
Okay.
and you could set it up so that your party constantly like healed and revived and like fought the things endlessly spawning.
Right.
And I did that in college. Like I set it up, and then I went to like life drawing for like 4 hours, came back, and had a few levels, and I did this for like a week of classes. And by the end of it all, I was so overpowered that the game was just piss easy because I just auto leveled the entire way through. And then but like I couldn't. 12 is very MMO-y as well. Very MMO-y. And I just, like, my brain turned to mush. I remember hating the main character, but, like, I have never played a game that just so went out of my brain right after beating it. Like, I remember 7 really well. I remember 8 really well. 9 kind of left my brain too. 10 I remember.
Yeah.
11 I remember what I played of it. 12 is like a nothing experience. Like I remember, you know. So I know.
Give it a go there.
Yeah, that'll do. Thanks for joining us.
Did you enjoy the Purge?
Yes, that was good.
The heavy bolter was worth it.
It was.
That was fucking awesome.
I hope we get to keep it. I think we do.
That'd be neat.
But
Okay.
we'll see you next time.
Bye.